where all these Mexicans came over from Mexico during the war. But we're here today, Hispanic Theater, to honor an African American. We're going to have a Baptist choir in a little while welcome a Catholic nun. And that Catholic nun is going to lead our march. And it's mixed up. A very diverse group of people. That's what America is about. A lot of people would say, keep them separated. Those people don't want to be there if they're going to be there. Well, that's fine. Because that type of spirit doesn't help where we want to go as a community. When I was a kid, in Fremont, Texas, we're not related to the Guerras around here. Thanks to my dad, we have a lot of water wells. We grew up in a little bitty trailer house. And I know my brother doesn't like me to say this story, but we didn't have a bed. None of my sisters slept on the floor. When we moved to Fremont, which is a big town, 1800, we had a little pull-out bed. And my dad brought some floats one year, and we used floats for a while as beds. But I never felt that we didn't have anything. But when I was little, I was in a slow class, a retarded class, whatever you want to call it. And the reason I was there was because I was quiet. I'm not so quiet anymore, but I couldn't communicate, I couldn't read, I couldn't learn right. But one day I got to be with all the cool kids because we went on a field trip to go see The Wizard of Oz at the Rey Theater in Fremont, Texas. First movie I ever saw in my life, changed my life. But I didn't take my money for the popcorn or the drink because I was supposed to give my mom a note and I thought it was just going to be something to get me in trouble, so I didn't show it to her. So at the theater, Mr. Schultz, I remember him, he didn't want to give me the popcorn. He was explaining to the teachers the reason why, because I didn't pay for it. I saw popcorn being thrown, I saw popcorn on the ground, I saw a lot of things being wasted. And so whenever I see things in life, I call it a popcorn moment, like, it's a shame that people are wasting things. But as a kid, I thought to myself, if I ever have a theater, I'm going to give my popcorn away. 45, or I don't know, maybe a little longer. Later, 45 years later, it happens. Me and my brother get hold of this theater. So on certain days, not all days, I do give the popcorn away. And it's just like a promise I made to God. Yeah, it's simple. Now, some of my sisters think we're going bankrupt because I give away the popcorn, but to me, when you make a promise to the big guy, you got to keep it. When I was little, I had all my sisters. I had 4 sisters, and they're all beautiful, and they're all very smart. So when I came along, I think all the teachers were, what's wrong with the Guerra boy? Why isn't he like his sisters? He's not as smart, he's not as bright. And I think a lot of people gave me a pass. They let me slide with a lot of things I probably shouldn't have, because my sisters had a very good reputation of being smart and very active in academics, which helped me get along, but I really felt I didn't deserve to be in certain things. But I was, because they had created a great narrative for our family. So I prayed for a little brother. I really wanted a brother. And I got a brother. He was born on August 11th. I'm not going to say the year. And I saw him, I said, man, he doesn't look the way I think I wanted my brother to look. He doesn't act like the way I want my brother to act. And that's another thing in life. If you get things that you say you want, then you get them. It's like, that's not what I wanted. And that's what it is. This is a little bit off topic, but later on in my life, not too long ago, I prayed that I would love somebody. I've never loved somebody. And this woman's birthday was also on August 11th. And to me, it was God's way of saying, I got your back. I'm watching you. But I learned one thing. Although I have love for my parents and I have love for my brothers and sisters, the love to have for another human being, unconditional, it's a beautiful thing. It's a magical thing. It's a God-given thing. Because love doesn't shame, it doesn't blame. And the MLK reminds us of that type of love towards your fellow man. Not even if it's your brother or sister, even if it's a stranger, a homeless person, an immigrant. People ask, I just did an interview today and I was like, I don't got time to do this, but I did it just to hurry up. And they asked, What do you think you've done in the last 6 years? Where's all the people? Why isn't it bigger? Where's the money? Very hard questions to ask, sure. And I prayed yesterday to help me understand why I have this desire, me and my brother, to do this. And I opened up the paper because I heard there was a story about this MLK event. But the story that I saw was that in McAllen, Texas, for the 6th year in a row, crime rate has gone down. Ironically, sure, big deal. You might say it's a weird coincidence. Just like my brother's birthday on August 11th. But if you think of the awards, the millions of dollars saved, the families that are not broken up, the mothers that are home and the fathers that are home because they're not incarcerated, that's worth something. And I know this sounds silly, it just takes one person to will that, and it will happen. And so we got more than one person here, don't we, right? There's no doubt it takes money to keep a place like this, and I'm not trying to sell anything, but I'm going to tell you of another little miracle. I call them miracles, but I know they're just really odd coincidences. But that's, I think, what a miracle is. About 4 years ago, we had somebody book a quinceañera here. And a week before the quinceañera, they called me and she said, I can't do the quinceañera. I don't have enough money. And I said, well, we can't do another event. There's no way to book another event. Have you told your daughter? And she said, no, I didn't want to mention it to her until I talked to you. So I said, we'll do the event, you can pay us later. She said, I'll pay you in 2 weeks. I remember that, 2 weeks. I said, I can shuffle for 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks turned into a month, 2 months, 2 years, 3 years. And one day, me and my brother were talking over bills, as business people do sometimes. And of course, it gets a little heated sometimes. And I remember him saying, well, if we won't give everything away, we might not have these issues. And he brought up the example of the quinceañera, not to be mean, but just to point out something. And he said, I guess you think they're just going to walk into that door and give us the money. I said, Isaac, when I heard her, I believed her. I didn't think she was lying. I didn't think she was trying to get away with anything. I really believed that her heart meant to come back and pay us. And ironically, in a beautiful coincidence, she came right there and then. Life is full of miracles and you look for them and you see them. And when you love somebody and you feel that somebody loves you, it's a beautiful thing. I know this sounds odd, but we love our community. We care about it. We could have sold this theater and walked away and retired, but we thought there's other things that this theater represents that we need to do. I work with most of the musicians that performed here as kids. So I have the baton. And we don't do very well with what we got, but I can guarantee you this. In my heart, we're doing all we can do with what we got. We're giving 100% every day. And yes, I want you to look around this theater. I want you to notice the things that need to be fixed, renovated, and we would gladly accept donations for our 501c3 because we want to be here representative of our culture. We have a beautiful piece of culture representing this theater, and we need your help. I'm glad to give you my brother. I call him a little miracle, but the city of McAllen has a great restaurant bar set by this young man. He's changed the face of the entertainment industry in the city of McAllen, and people love him, admire him. But I know the secret. I know it was a 10-year-old boy's prayer, the reason he's here. Well, you did the one. It's my partner, my brother, one person who I care about. Since he was little, I never seen a person from the cradle grow. It's the first person in my life, so he means a lot to me. Be nice to him. Isaac Evan.
Gee, how do I follow that? I'll keep this short and sweet. First of all, I want to give a round of applause to all the different groups that are here, because this is really what it's about. And it was funny, I was on a phone call right before I came inside the theater, and I told my friend, I got to get going, I got an event at the theater. He goes, really, what do you got going? He says, well, we do this special event, and this is our 5th year for Martin Luther King, and honoring his memory and his life work given out to public service. And my friend goes, you know, the few times I've been down there in McAllen visiting you, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but y'all don't really have a large African-American group down there, do you? And I kind of laughed to myself, and it's not about race, it's not about color, it's not about being black, white, yellow, brown, it's not about being rich or poor. It's what the man did to public service. I can see there are a couple of politicians out there and people that have given their whole life to public service, and we admire that. That's what keeps the service of the community as a whole in the heart. So each group that you see is a table is a different public service you can apply to. You can get some interest, some paperwork, and trust me, giving a little gives a lot back in here, and that's what this event's about. And peace be with y'all. Enjoy the rest of the evening and shake each other's hand, get to know each other. Let's give it up for my big brother, Bert Guerra. Keeps the lights on his face. Thank you.